Everyone. I know this is a very different video, and I understand that it's Zom 100. I know I have not done this before, and I didn't expect that I would do this. And yes, I did have, if you looked, I did have a video planned about this, but I didn't plan to react to it. I thought this would be a little bit different, and I thought it would be a little bit more fun if I reacted to all three at once. This is going to be a three-parter. I don't know if I'm going to do it in three separate videos, but it's definitely going to be three separate cuts for me because I can't record more than a certain amount of time at once. So this is going to be a three-parter for me, probably not for you. I know this should go up the 25th, and I know, listen, it's a time for family. It's a time to be together, and I completely understand if, this is not the first thing you're looking towards, but what a day for it to come out. I have been looking at this show for a long time. I watched it when it was coming out, and I obviously realized that there was a hiatus. I remember when it was indefinitely, they said, it's, who knows, maybe it never comes out. I had a feeling that it would come out. This one definitely reminded me of, maybe you remember it, the show 86. That was about a year and a half ago, maybe up to 2 years. I'm feeling old just thinking about it. When they had to stop or put on slight hiatus or backtrack a bit, a few weeks, because of the finale, which was good. If you haven't watched 86, I definitely do recommend it. Um, what else does it remind me of? Oh, the other show that was for, I believe it was for the summer season. That, all right, I'm probably not going to get right because I did watch it. Okay, shush with the PC. All right, hold on. Oh my god, absolutely killing myself for this. I'm sorry for that. But The Misfit of Demon King Academy season 2. So it could remind you of that. But anyway, this is definitely something that I'm very interested in. I know I didn't talk about the series before, so I thought this was a good time to explain a little bit about it before I jump into it, especially if you have not watched the show. A lot of people thought this, and I thought so too. Maybe you did, but this show I thought was going to be a lot like HOTD, High School of the Dead, 10 years later. But no, it's different, and a lot of people definitely try to remind me that it's different. It's a different mindset from the main characters. They're not trying to survive. I mean, they are, but they're not in a way where they feel pressured by it. They feel liberated by it, and that's what makes this show so lively. Let's just say that. And listen, the characters I remember are good. I do feel bad because I didn't rewatch this before watching the 10th episode. And no, I didn't watch the 10th episode. I'm just saying, before I'm watching this now, I didn't rewatch the episodes. But listen, I have a decent memory. I at least think I do. I normally go back to shows that I haven't been watching for like a year or two, and I'll know exactly where I'm back at. But anyway, this is definitely one of those shows that I think was very well done. I don't want to get this to be too long, but I do feel bad that I didn't look back at this, maybe look at least episodes 8 and 9 before checking, the last three out. I know all three came out today, and I was busy watching other rewatching other shows, whether it's Miss Kobayashi or what is it? A show that is going to get a second season. in I might as well just say it. The Dangers in My Heart. I was very close to choosing that um as the second slot for what I plan to watch for next season. I'm obviously not if I'm telling it to you, and I was planning on making the second slot a secret until it comes out. It's still a secret, so you still don't know. Um I'm I'm probably not going to rewatch the show that I plan for that I plan to come out for the second slot. I'm probably not going to rewatch it because I have a very good idea of the show already. But anyway, putting all that aside, um, Solo Leveling, it's obviously official because I'm telling it to you right now that that's the first slot for what I plan to watch for the next season, winter 2024. And yeah, it's definitely an exciting one. I know there's been a lot of hype around it. Um, I did talk about it just a little bit in a few videos ago. I really don't know that much, but that's the point. It's all blind reactions. I really have no clue. And I will just say before I just get into this quickly, 100 girlfriends who really love you. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's all I mean, it's not all I want to say, but it's getting a second season and I don't know how to feel. I look at female harem, ecchi, romance. Those three things no one would expect an actual good show out of. I looked and it is the highest rated, at least on AniList, the highest rated for those three genres. I mean, that's ridiculous, but it's true. So at least that's how it is right now. I don't know with the next Data Life. Maybe they might cross paths and they might be the number one. Who knows? But for right now, that's where it stands, and I'm just extremely surprised. I don't really want to give too much of my feelings on that show. I think it's weird. I think it somewhat works, but I don't want to give it too much credit. I know, you got to give those shows some credit that they get the ratings they do, and I was very surprised when it started off at such a high note. But yeah, anyways, Zom 100 dealing with zombies to an extent, and I know that they're in a village right now, the main characters, and I know there's some sort of sabotage going on. That's at least what I remember. I don't want to pull up the last episode necessarily, but anyways, we you know what, let's just get into this. All right. So, episode 10 of Zom 100. I've been waiting way too long for this one. I don't know how long it's been. At least 3 months, I believe. That's what I'm gonna go with, or at least around there. So yeah, let's. I don't know how loud that is. If that's loud enough, we'll see. Let's get into it. Yes, that was a very big thing. 100 things you want to do before you turn into a zombie. And now he has dreads. This is the main character. I do want to preface, and I'll probably, explain a few things. This is the theme song, and I don't want to really get into it because I know that's that is instantly um what is it, demonetization? I don't know which one, but it could be. Who knows? Not demonetization, but it could be bad for the channel. So gonna just veer from that. Wow. Pretty much the background of the the show itself. Yeah. Mm. I don't know, I feel like the show would have hit so much harder 2 years ago, with COVID and all. Yes, but that's better acting. Exactly. W Okay. I forgot how brutal this is. I forgot, is this R? I forgot if this is rated R, but it is pretty brutal, I would have to say. Like HOTD's brutality without the ecchi. Trust me, you're just one out of tons of people, millions probably, who, are dealing with the same stuff. I tell you, the mental health in this show must be terrible, but that's kind of characters here in general. Except for the main cast, who are surprisingly very positive. She is a really good character. Okay, what the heck? What the heck? Jeez. And that's not weird. No, he needs to be detained. That is some weird stuff. Um, are you sure that's what you need? I think you need a little more than that. Okay, alright, I don't think there's gonna be any necrosis. That is very good. That is very good advice. In fact, I actually recently hurt myself, and, that was some advice I got, so the more you know. I'm gonna be honest, she's not a doctor, she's just smart. Yeah, this is what happens. Huh. And sh no, she's not a doctor. Ugh, I'm glad they censored it, what the heck? Ooh. Listen, that's very good, but, you don't have to show the disgusting part of it. No, no, no. Mm. Yeah, she looks pretty broken. He's such a great character. He's just so I don't wanna say enjoyable, but he'll always try to put a smile on your face. No. No. There has been a little bit too much nudity in this show for just the weirdest things. Uh, no, he's a playboy. for actual
ふ
adults.
ーん、もしかしてお兄さんロリコン？どうして私なんかに話しかけるの？
少女だろうがご高齢だろうが、女性を見かけたら声をかけるのがマ
Uh-huh.
ナーだろ。
ママ？
I couldn't tell you if that was true. I
女
don't
性には
live
常に笑
in
顔を
Italy.
忘れない。女性を褒めないのは失礼に当たるんだぜ。
うん、変なの。お兄さん、イタリア人じゃないのに。
やっと笑ってくれた
He's
か。
so great.
うん、
Mm.
俺ケンチョ。
That's such a great name for
名
her.
前は？
アンジュ。この子はチャロ。
じゃ、アンジーだな。
What? Excuse me? No.
なあ、俺の
Wunderbar.
練習
That
動画を見
is
てくれねえか。
not
絶対の子
English.
に一気食いするやつ。
やめとく。
え？
Yeah, I
あ、
yeah, I forgot
立
that
派な
she's
子
not
じゃん
really
ね。
Japanese.
水力発電ってやつだい。こいつで最低
She
限
only
必要な
loves
電力を
Japanese
賄
and
える
is
だけ
somewhat
だ。
addicted to
久
it.
々
And
水源の豊かな
I'm
海
gonna
で
say a
水
little
を
further
こんな
on,
時に
you
は
know,
水
further
力
into
発電
that
ゾンビも無
mix
料
than
で
I
配
am.
って
I
る
am
さ。ガス
at
代
least I
だ
could
け
say that
で
I'm not
水
like
力
her,
発電
just
その電気代も
casually
無料でで
wearing
きるんさ。
なる
a
ほど。
ton of
とはいえ
very
人が触っても音が
samurai
する程度な
esque
もんだけ
garb.
どね。あ、そういえば、ベアちゃん。クレ
And
ジッ
then
ト
it
で
gets
俺にお支
destroyed
払い
a
なさ
frame
い。
later.
これは？
漏電遮断機さ。あっちの電圧
It
通
will
信
be
を上げ
touched.
すぎた時にもし漏電しても、こいつが
That's
代わ
my
りに
bet.
止めてくれるんさね。危ねえから触っちゃなんねえぞ。
やあ、わかりました。この村で暮らすようになってから、人とのつながりについて
Yeah?
考えるようになりまし
I
た。
mean, listen, it looks like a
この村
very
は何を
good
するにも
town.
手間がかかる。だから助け合う
Everyone
ことが大切になる。
compliments each other's
だから
work.
人とつながれるんです。ここでは仕事がすべて目に見えて、相手が見える。都会と違って、ここではすべてに限りがある。有限だからこそ、幸せを感じられるのかなって。なんだか、そんな気がするんですよね。
まあさぎらー。あ、すいません。ケンちゃん。
That's only slightly funny.
そっちは？鶏閉めた。トラウマでもう
I mean, he stands out like a sore
あ
thumb.
れな。お、あいつってもしかして日暮らしじゃね？あー、日暮らし。お前もいいか？
Hmm.
俺だよ俺。龍崎。久しぶりだな。
We'll get more on him next time, don't worry.
あれ、言っちまった。日暮らしって？覚えてないのか？
I'm surprised you remember him
環境同じクラスだったやつ。
with a
半年くらいでほとんど
with a track like that.
ニートみたいな生活してるって噂に聞いたけど、まさかこんなとこでまた会えるとはな。
Hmm.
久々にあなつら見ちまったぜ。いつも自分らだけ楽しそうにしやちょうどいい。ちょうどいいじゃねえか。親父。よかったら。
It's nice to see, you know, father and son, even though they don't look even close to the same.
やっぱ親孝行といえば
Hmm.
私のミッション。あれ、
It's called getting old.
親父の手ってこんなに細かったっけ？よく見りゃ白髪もあんなに増えて。しばらく会わないうちになんだかすげえ小さくなっちまったんだな。
I'm not
なあ親父。なんだい。
mhm.
俺さ、村に帰ってきて思ったんだ。ガキの頃からずっと都会に憧れてたけど、ここでの暮らしも悪くないもんだなって。それに
You want to stay here? I don't know, of course, as I say that.
こんな小さい村で縮こまってどうするんだい。男ならもっとでっけえ夢を持って生きやがれ。
なんだよ。人がせっかく親孝行。偉そうに言うけど、自分だってただの田舎者の。
Nice background. I don't normally say that, but wow, it is good.
親父の若い頃の夢は何だった？
Of course, they do that because they're trying to emphasize face. That still looks nice.
遠い宇宙からこの地球を見てみたいと思ったことはねえが。
宇宙？
人間ってのは宇宙から地球を見るとありえないくらい脳が衝撃を受けるっつうぞ。学校を卒業して社会に出れば。
No, that's a very real thing to believe,
村を出て東京に出れば
to think about.
今までの世界が小さかったと気づくように。宇宙から見た地球は赤道は赤くなけりゃ国境線なんてものもねえ。人間なんてこのでかい宇宙のちっぽけな星のちっぽけな存在に過ぎねえって感動を味わえるそう。
Okay,
ほら本当はな、
an astronaut,
若い
huh?
頃からずっと宇宙飛行士になりてんだよ。まあ頭の出来が悪すぎて今のところ実現しようもねえんだがな。
なんだよそれ。親父って案外お茶目な大人だったんだな。
True.
138億年の宇宙の歴史に例えりゃ80年の人生なんてたかが 0.1 秒だから縮こまってんじゃねえよ。夢を持て。
I mean, his father is really
でっけえやつ
good.
男は夢がなきゃクラゲになっちまう。
I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah, it's probably not the greatest. Doesn't look that fluid. Go home and spend time with my parents. On the Zom 100 sheet, there's like a sheet that he has where basically he writes the top 100 things that he would like. Okay, and there's some insane person, and I did call it. What did I say? Yup, I do remember this from the last episode that they messed with it. Yup. Huh.
待たせたなゾンビども。
I mean, society. So he has, I don't know, an anti-book. A revenge book. Turn everyone into zombies. Okay, number 38. You know, it kind of makes me think, alright, 38 is turn everyone into zombies. What's 39 at that point? Once you complete that. Ew. That is not the bathroom. I'll have to agree with that. And what happens? Bad news. Bad news is looming. Get to high ground. That is probably the best option. This is... Yep. Yep. Priorities. Priorities. He's got his, you got yours. Keep it up. Wow. He looks like he is just controlling the undead. I can't wait for him to just suddenly slip up and become a zombie. You gonna beat them or not? Who do we got? Who do we got? Oh, just the town. Okay, hunting club. Why is there a hunting club in a village? This show really is 10 years too late, but it's weird. It doesn't matter. Listen, I enjoy it. Jeez. Wow, they are literally anarchists. Nice design. I don't really say this. I didn't say this for the show, but they can have pretty good designs.
なんとかしないと。このままじゃ村が全滅。
That's epic. That is cool. Sure. Of course, she continues to make references. Yep.
ケンゾよかった。みんな無事だったんだ。
無駄話は後。今は村のみんなを逃がすことが最優先よ。
Hmm.
みんなを吊り橋へ。
Don't be stupid. Okay. Well, okay, why did they have to why did one of the things have to be him naked? That's so stupid.
思いっきり感電してる。
感電した人を助けるには火などの非伝導体物質へ。
I actually don't know. Oh, I thought that would just turn it off. I thought it would just turn off because it was broken, but it seems the voltage is higher because of that.
ゾンビから村を守るための電気柵に私たちは閉じ込められたってこと？
What the heck? Yeah, I don't think he cares.
おい、後ろにゾンビが。おい、来てんぞ。バカだあいつ。まだ気づかないなんて。まさか。
Basically, the hinged versus the unhinged. Who will win? Who shall prevail?
ごめんだ。
That is a terrible mentality.
ために
Wow.
いつかみんなゾンビ
Forget, is that your notebook?
だったらそれまでにやりたいことやっとかないとダメなん
Oh,
だよ
wow.
な。
That's okay.
その音は。あ？何？もしかしてお前もリストとか作ってた？奇遇だな。さて、次にやりたい。
I really hope this guy just dies.
やっぱこれかな。アキラ、お前がゾンビになる姿をこの目で見届けてやれや。
ふざけんなよ。
Hmm.
アキラに一体何の恨みがあるってんだ。
大学で出会った
So basically, you were
お
envious.
前が気に食わなかった。
No, you couldn't help but be envious.
毎日人生楽しんでますって面に虫ずが走ってしょうがなかったよ。
そんな理由で。
こいつは人生最後の夏休みだ。俺もお前ら
Yeah, but don't affect others.
一度きりの人生。
There's a difference between doing something like that that affects others and that doesn't.
そうだからよくわかるよ。
Exactly. You need to respect other people's freedoms.
お前何言って
けどさ、自分の自由を主張したけりゃ。
Okay, so it is a different book.
村で必死に生きる人たちの自由を奪うのがやりたい。
Oh,
ちょっとマジで何言ってるかわかんねえや。俺のリストをお前のなんかと一緒にするな。俺をここまで育ててくれた親父にもおふくろにも俺はまだ何も恩返し
give back to my parents. That's nice.
ここで親子
Also, it's kind of interesting that they're at the same number. They're up to the same number.
に食われた方がマシだ。いいね。
Who finishes their list first?
どっちのリストを達成
Interesting. Sorry about that little cut right there. I the program kind of tapped out on me right there. But let's quickly continue. I was so close to finishing it. I just talked too much in the beginning. Go on.
電気柵の電力
Well, that's his MO. So
じゃあ俺は親孝行を。
さっきから一人だけ目的が違う気がするけど、まあいいわ。私たちも他のみんなを電気
where
柵
did
の
she
詰まった
go?
峠の吊り橋で落ち合いましょう。
なよナンジ俺から離れるなよナンジ
ケイト、あれ
Oh
なんであんなところにあの子は俺に任せろ
yeah,
お前はおふくろさんのところに
でも
it's called plot armor from main characters.
生きて戻るぞ
Yeah, I thought they would stop them. Like they're terrible. They're terrible. What's it called?
止めるつもりか。
Uh,
させないよ。
they're just terrible
お前らも好きに遊びな。
antagonists.
家に隠れてる
Okay.
村人どもを引きずり出して。
You are actually crazy. Okay, that color blast is insane. I don't want to add any more to this
やっ
because
ぱ夏休みはこうでなくちゃ。
that is the end of the episode. I don't have any need for spoilers since next episode is already out. Can we load? Sometime? Please? Alright, don't tell... Like, it would be really unfortunate. Alright, it is working now, but it would be really unfortunate if it didn't load. Okay, here we go. With the 11th episode of Zom 100. Yeah, I know I'm going quickly. What I have to say beforehand is this is a show that kind of slipped in its ratings just between the time that the 9th episode came out to now. And well, I think it's unfortunate. I think it does give a little bit of time to give a more realistic reflection of how good the show is. I think it may have been hyped a little bit much, but I think it's still a decent show nevertheless. And obviously we know what the finale is going to be about. It's going to be, the enemies. And I don't think it's that bad. I think a lot did happen in the show where, it doesn't feel like this is the only thing that happened. But I do think, we're getting to a point where stuff did happen, but what was the end goal? Is the end goal like High School of the Dead, where all you can do is just keep going? And I at least respect the show where it's not like High School of the Dead, where it's, High School of the Dead did a very weird instance that very few shows can accomplish, and it's not necessarily in a good way, where the start of the show is better than the end. It in an instance where High School of the Dead, it was very exciting. Everything started, the attacks, the zombies, it all began in the beginning. And then it became a lot more fleshed out and more reasonable as to what plans were going to be as time went on in the show. But I feel like the difference in this show is there was not necessarily any strong plans. It was just goals to do 100 things, between the time that you start writing in the I don't want to say diary, in the journal, and by the time between that and when you become a zombie, I think it's a little bit different in that sense. There's a lot less of a narrative that feels forced. It feels more like the main character is just doing what he does. And I think all the secondary characters and other main characters besides the main guy, I think they all just go along with it, which makes it feel like the finale is a lot more ramped up to be what it is. And I feel like it's a lot less predictable. And because it's less predictable, it's a little bit more exciting. You know, you don't want anything to be too predictable. Anyways, done with the rant. Let's get into it.